NBA season to pick back up, fans are turning to NBA 2K to get them through the downtime. What better way to come together and celebrate the sport than to compete? And the 2K community is showing up. Last week, the NBA 2K League brought together their 2K League pros, WNBA players, and 2K community influencers for a free-for-all showdown, a competition within the NBA 2K20 neighborhood that featured a $25,000 prize pool.
Who's the best player? We've gotten a lot of these people together who wouldn't play each other normally to play in this, and now we're going to find out who that person is.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Doc is out there with Big Cat. Then there's the Great One. And there's the Bulldozer. And it's Harris in at the 5 down low. Woolridge is out there with AI. Then there's Prez. And it's Cool Hands. And it's the Wizard in at the 4-man position. Some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Now here's Prez. Lock at 6. Over Sasser. They get the rebound. Prez with the ball. Harris is there. Rejected by Harris. Down low, here's Grimes, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Prez. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the way.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's the Bulldozer. He's coming off a 10-point game again. And tonight, he sends it right off the glass. Here's AI. And the pass to Cool Hands. Outside, Woolridge. Nailed from 3-point land.
And he's not. Gonna miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
the bulldozer. He's guarded by AI. Basket counts. The bulldozer's got his second basket.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to the Wizard. The three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Cool Hands. A three-pointer off the mark. Passes it to the Great One. Here's the bulldozer. Harris, right side. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Woolridge, the pass to Cool Hands. AI outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Harris. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The pass to the Great One. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Harris trying to get free. Nice D from Woolridge. And 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Cool Hands. He kicks to Preds. Woolridge dishes to Preds. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Houston gets called for the foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Preds. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's the bulldozer. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. The 10-footer. Good. He hits the jump shot. The bulldozer's got his 3rd basket of the night. It's the Cool Hands. And here is Brett. Here's the Wizard. And it's Brett's top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. From 13 and 2 on the shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that. It was a lucky break there for the team.
Back the pass to the bulldozer. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now, here's AI. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shoots from 14, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Well, do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it now.
Last one we saw was Dave Collins back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago now.
Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Only 5 games left on the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is stacking up out west. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Houston, right now, quite a ways down below.
And, you know, Houston, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Houston shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he makes the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now, here's Mills. 26 points for him last game again. Here's the Cobra. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
The Wizard is checked in for Preds. He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Cool Hands. Here's Goose. Off target with the free throw line Jay. The Cobra passes to Doc. Now here's Mills. Guarded close. Got a hand on it, but they'll recover it. Here is Doc, who's coming off a 13-point game again. Another miss by Houston. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's the Cobra. Here's the Great. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the line for him here.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
The first free throw is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Being well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Passes to Maverick. The pass to Cool Hands. Here's Goose. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to the dude. Passes it to the Wizard. Here's the dude. They get a hand on it. Mills with the steal. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's the great. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And Houston leads by 9.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Goose. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Houston on top as they end the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for Houston, we've got the kid. Doc is out there with the great, and it's the Cobra, and it's Mills in at the two-guard spot. Here's Maverick, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the pass to the Wizard with the fadeaway. And it's off the back rim, no good. Here's the Cobra. Now Mills. To the paint. Here's the great. Banked in off the glass. The great's got the lead up to 11 now for Houston.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Goose, the pass to the dude. Here's Cool Hands. Pass to the Wizard. From downtown, that one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's the Cobra. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Here's Cool Hands. It's a 10-point game. Pass to the dude. Well, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
And the first one goes. Houston with a big group substitution here. Harris is checked in for the kid. Big Cat comes in for the great. The Bulldozer, he's checked in for Doc. And the great one subbed in for the Cobra. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Houston leading by 8. Here's the great one. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shots good by Mills.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Goose following the score by Houston. Kicks it to AI. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Woolridge from deep. You can't get that one. And Houston the other way now.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Now here's Prez. 11 points for him in that last game again. Here's Goose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense moving.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Woolridge's shot is off.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Big Cat. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Out to the right wing. Here's Woolridge. It's rebounded by Houston. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now here is Woolridge. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Prez, and he comes up with the deuce. Prez has got 6.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The great one passes to the Bulldozer. Puts it up from 12. Another miss by Houston. Gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. AI left side. And AI throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Now here is Woolridge. That one rolling around and rims out.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That shot missing. And is Houston the other way?
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Wasted no time on that one. Mills has got 5 points in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Now here is Woolridge. And there's the pass to Goose. Now AI. Jacks up a 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
comes in for the great one. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. Look at Cool Hands, among the league leaders, 4th in scoring.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys have a lot of firepower.
The greats checked in for Houston. And so here is Houston. Here's the Cobra. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. The kid's got his first basket of the night.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now here is Woolridge. Here's the Wizard. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Inside. Harris's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Doc, he's checked in for Harris. AI outside. 1:06 left here in the second. And that one, good.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him. And when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Here's the Cobra. Now here's Mills. It's in. It's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And here is Woolridge. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Cool Hands. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Cool Hands got 6. Houston leading by 9. The great passes to the Cobra. 15 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's the crate. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Down the first one. Second free throw, no good. Here's Cool Hands. He's got 6. With 2 seconds left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so is Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Well, for Houston, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, flashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, a more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, right?
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You're not going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. The Bulldozer with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. He gets 33%, struggling to get good looks. They've got Woolridge. Wizard out there with Prez. Then it's AI. And it's cool hands in at the three, the small forward. Here's the Wizard. Lets it go. Up and in. With the jumper near the hoop. The Wizards got 8. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
So on the floor for Houston. Bulldozer is out there with the great one. And there's Doc. And it's Big Cat. And it's Harris in at the center, filling out the middle.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. Woolridge with it. Pass to the Wizard. Out to AI. Just 5 on the clock. That shot misses. So Houston will take it the other way. 13 feet away. A putback and staying with the play. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for Houston. Harris has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Woolridge, the pass to Cool Hands. AI outside. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. AI's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Houston, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for. Good on both. Now Woolridge. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Passes it to Prez. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And it's Houston on the break. And there's the foul. It'll go on in. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Goose, he's checked in for AI. Passes to Goose. Fires for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
The great one passes to Don. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The pass to the Bulldozer. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Sasser. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. The great one's got 5 points so far. Pass to the Wizard. Over to the wing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An embedded alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Here's Cool Hands. He has 6.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Oh, we have a break in the action. Now let's check out the league's best shooting team.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
For Houston, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
The dude, he's checked in for the Wizard. The kid, he's checked in for Houston. The Cobra comes in for the Bulldozer, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for a couple of years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Another miss by Houston. Gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goose. Oh, that's blocked. Passes it to Don. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's good, 2 points. And that's now 10 points for Cool Hands.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Here's the Cobra. Out on his own on the break. Looking to end his cold spell. Counting to the Houston leads. They've got to just 7 on the basket from Woolridge.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. To the middle. Here's Goose. pass to the dude. Now here's Prez. T right on him. He kicks to Woolridge.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Houston also making some changes. The greats checked in for Big Cat. The erasers subbed in for the great one. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the third. Here's Cool Hands. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's Goose following the score by Houston. An easy 2 points on the layup. Goose has got his second bucket of the night.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Can't cash in from close range.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Houston leading by 6. To the inside, the kid. Oh, and he whacks it off the glass. Wow. AI passes to Goose. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Prez. The shot off that time. And Houston the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's the Cobra. He's got 6. With some arc, it's blocked.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Prez. It's rebounded by Houston. The kid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Mills. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mills has got 9.
Make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And so it's Houston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Houston leading by 8. They've got cool hands. AI is out there with Goose, and it's the dude, and it's the Wizard in at the 4. Here's the Cobra, and Houston again with the bucket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that wind.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Here's the dude following the score by Houston.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Pass to the Cobra. Here's the bulldozer. 6 to shoot. The three from Mills. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Goose, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. There's the lob for Harris.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
AI outside. Here's the dude. Here's Cool Hands, rejected by Harris. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Mills with the second effort, and Harris lays it up and in. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Inside, here's the dude, rejected by Harris. Here's the Cobra. Passes it to the bulldozer. That's his sixth field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the three ball is good. 15 points for Cool Hands.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Grimes. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Cool Hands. Dishes it to AI. Pass to Goose. Fires it up. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Goose has got 9 points now in just the second half. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeouts, kind of let them catch their breath.
Checked in for the kid, and the great one subbed in for the Cobra. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, during the break I was able to catch the message Houston's coach gave to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Here's Cool Hands following the score by Houston. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Houston leading by 13. Now here's Mills. And Houston again with the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Prez. Pass to Cool Hands. From the strike. And the shot is long.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Can't connect from 14 feet out. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Prez, no good.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And they pick up 2. Big Cat's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Cool Hands. Drops in the layup for 2.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Here's the bulldozer. Puts it up from 15. The shot, no good. Here's Cool Hands. He dishes it to Aon. And the pass to Cool Hands. That one's good from the corner. Cool Hands got 7 points here in this quarter. Houston leading by 13. Here's the bulldozer. Out to the right wing. Sasser drains it from beyond the arc.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
The bulldozer with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment and try and cool him off.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Here's the great one. Pass to Big Cat. Houston moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. Here's Sasser. That 3 off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And there it is for him. And that's 12 points for the Wizard.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Houston.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for the Cobra.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Passes to the Bulldozer. So easy, Houston taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.